Welcome, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. It's been a while. Come on in, grab your drinks. You know I have mine, and pull up a chair, and let's get ready and let's just have a chat for tonight. So I'm gonna give you a moment to come on in, and we're gonna go ahead and hit the ground running, right? So let me go ahead and turn this off. Okay. So welcome. Tonight, I just kind of first, for those of you who don't know me, welcome back to Sparky University's Fireside Chat, where we casually talk about life, happiness, and everything else in between, right? So I'm Javon. I'm your personal success strategist, and I am also the founder of Spark in University. So I just want to say thank you for joining me tonight because there's so much you could have been doing tonight, but you decided to share your evening with me. And for that, I am grateful. So thank you. Um, Tonight, I want to start off with a quote by Richard Carlson. And let me go ahead and pull that up real quick. So, Richard Carlson has a quote that says, reflection is one of the most underused yet powerful tools for success. And that is so correct. And what better time to reflect on lessons learned than now, right? Because as we're transitioning into a new phase, a new quarter, and um, now is a good time to do that. So if you can take a moment in the chat, just kind of let me know how you're doing and and all that good stuff. And what have you been doing over the past 3 months, the last 3 months that since we've met last time? And I know I've been a little inconsistent with that, and we're going to talk about that tonight as well. So just kind of let me know that you're here. And as I see the comments in the chat, I'll just kind of bring those up as we go. So if you see me looking back and forth, it's because I'm monitoring the chat. Tonight. Also, let me know how you are liking. I'm using StreamYard tonight. In the past, I've used OBS, and I really like the power that it has, right? All the different things that you can do. And the key thing is it's free, right? So what better tool can you have than a free one, right? That is awesome. But I don't know, every time I try to use it during certain times, the stream, I would have problems with my live stream. And it was just becoming frustrating. So as a result of that, until I was able to work that out, that's one of the reasons why I stopped doing these chats weekly. And I wanted to find something that was more conducive for what we were trying to do. So tonight I'm trying StreamYard. So let me know how you like it, the quality and all that type of things. And one of the good things about this too is that I'm able to show your comments on the screen as we go. So that's a bonus. I can do that with OBS too, though. It's a little bit more. It takes more steps, I guess, to do all that. Whereas from what I'm seeing right now, I'm just able to quickly just kind of click on things and it's happening. So. All right. So, yeah, later, leave me some feedback. Okay. So, let's see what has been going on in my space. Oh, my goodness. So much has been going on. So, I had to step back a little bit because I was trying to do everything, right? And end up getting burnt out. So, and that's one of the things about being a solopreneur, right? When you are a solo business owner, that's what a solopreneur is. When you are a solo business owner and you're wearing all the hats and you have to do everything on your own, yes, you can outsource, but it takes three things, right? So there's what we call triple constraints, right? It's either going to take your time, it's going to take you money, it's going to take you quality, right? But you can't have all three at the same time. Usually one is going to have to give. And I had time. So I was like, okay, well, I could do some things, but I was just doing way too much. And I had to pull back. So I had to regroup and kind of refocus and kind of think about what is it that I wanted to achieve and where did I want to go. So 2021 has taught me some lessons that I learned, because that is the power of reflection, right? When you look back at things that went well, things that you can do better, and you take those things to decide how you want to proceed and move forward for the next time, right? So, one of the things I've learned is I can't do it all. Okay. So, either um, I have to break down and get people to help me do things, or I have to be more strategic on how I approach everything, right? So I chose the latter. I chose to be more strategic. So that was one thing that I had to do. And the way that I plan to move forward with that this year is being more proactive. So sitting down, and I know what to do, it's just that it's being disciplined enough to sit down and actually do it. So sitting down and actually saying, okay, these are my goals for this year. This is what I'm going to focus on this quarter. And this month, this is what I'm going to do. And how do I plan to get there? Right. So doing all those type of things, using automations. And if that's something that you're interested in, I can talk about that later. Actually, I share those things with I have a group that I have for solopreneurs, and it is called Solopreneur SOS. And it's a program that I have where for people like us, right, who have a lot on their plate, and it's a community, and I also share different tools and techniques that you can use, free resources, because also a lot of times having a business, you don't have a lot of money starting off, and so you it doesn't mean that you want less quality. It's just that just can't really afford those things right now, right? So I kind of help you with those workarounds. So um, one of those things was using automations. So I set that up. It takes a little bit of time, but once it's all done, it's set, right? Then I also learned that I need to take time for me. So just running around and doing everything. And my husband was like, Javon, you need to sit down and make a schedule, set dedicated hours for you to do your business, because I was doing everything for the kids and family and everything like that. And then the other 60 or whatever 50% of the time was business stuff, right? And then on top of that, I have a part-time, right? And then on top of that, I also contract, right? So I contract myself out to do different things for other people. And so he was like, Javon, set time frame. So this year I plan to have business hours, right? And if you don't have a business or anything like that, and that's not something that you're thinking about, still set parameters, right? Set boundaries. Boundaries are key. They are essential for your well-being and for your mental health, right? So that's something that uh, I needed to do. And then also I learned Well, it's not that I learned. I just realized that true friendship is golden, right? And true friends are hard to come by. And love on the ones that you have. I lost many people um, within the last year and a half, and it has really, kind of affected me some type of way because it just makes everything so surreal, right? And um, sometimes we take each other for granted, and we just assume. I don't think we assume because we know that life is not forever, but it's just that we always feel like, oh, we have tomorrow. I had tomorrow. We can catch up later this weekend or, whatever it may be. And then tomorrow becomes next week, next month, maybe even a little later than that, right? And then you look up, time has passed, and then you're getting the notification or the message or phone call that says, so and so is not here anymore. And it's just like, dang, we were supposed to get together, right? So um this year I'm going to invest more quality time in the people that matter most to me. And that is what I want to do. And because I don't want anyone to take me for granted, right? So I don't want to take my loved ones for granted either. So for example, this COVID has been one of the worst things ever. And it wasn't the lockdowns. I am an introvert. Yeah, right. Someone was like, how can you be an introvert and you be a teacher? It is my bubble, right? It's my little safe space. So I don't have to worry about all that. I control that environment. But I'm not actually a people person. And so when lockdown came, it didn't really affect me as much, because my circle is small and the people that I saw, I kind of kept up with anyway. What hurt me the most though was not being able to see my family. Um, my family lives 4 hours from me. And I went, it was like 2 years because COVID first hit in 2020, I believe, wasn't it 2020? Yeah. I think it hit towards the end of 2020. And then hit full storm 2021. Yeah, 2021. And then I remember I see my folks like in the summertime, and I usually go down there and I was like, well, we're not gonna make it in the summer. We didn't make it that summer. We was like, well, we'll just go down for Thanksgiving. Well, that's when some of the sickness and stuff, like people weren't at that time, we didn't know what it was at the time. We just know the weather's kind of bad, people getting sick, and then January hits and it was like, oh, it's called COVID. But yeah, I didn't see my family, and then it was really taxing. And granted, I am so thankful for things like FaceTime, although I'm an Android person, so I use Duo. And I don't want to see anything in the comments about my Android. I love my Android. So um but it was different, right? And we had Zoom and all that type of stuff, but it's nothing like hugging your mama's neck, or hearing your little nephew's voices in your face, like right there. So um yeah, it made me feel some type of way. And then so I was just like, you know what? I am going to see my family. And I was like, I don't care if it's just a couple of hours. I just wanted to put my eyes on them. So I decided that I wasn't going to let another minute go by. And so we just packed up We went down and saw everybody, and we didn't stay. It was literally just like dropped in. I heard everybody's voice in the room, hugged everybody's neck, jumped in the car, with the family and the kids and everything, and Maurice, and we all got in the car and we just, and we came on back home. But it was what I needed. So that is one thing that I learned. That goes with we're not taking our loved ones for granted and just assuming or just thinking that tomorrow's always going to be there, right? So yeah. So that is my reflection for my 3 key takeaways that I pulled from the end of last quarter, right? And this quarter, I want to be focused on being consistent, being proactive, and loving on those that matter the most to me, right? So those are my 3 things. So what are some of the things that you learned last quarter, right? And what are you planning to do differently or maybe building on from what you've learned from the last time we met, right? So, my fireside chats aren't long. It's just a way for us to kind of connect and say, "Hey, I see you." Okay? And I am now going to do the fireside chats monthly. So, weekly, it was nice, but trying to go live once a week, post videos consistently once a week, and then doing everything else, it was just a lot. So moving forward, first Mondays, okay? First Mondays are going to be set aside for us to come together, talk about things, um, love, happiness, life, all those type of things in between, right? And kind of think about what it is that we want to do moving forward or to celebrate each other, those type of things. And that is what our fireside chats will be for. And then I'll still have the weekly videos that will come out as well. And you can also um, go to my website, sparkinguniversity.com, because I have some great things coming this term. Even though I've been away, I've been working. So I have a podcast that is launching next week, a blog that is also coming out next week. My second book is going to be published. Let's see. For those of you who are looking to advance in your career or to do more things or to gain more money in your position, think about becoming a certified project manager. And that is something I share as well. And I talk about that on my website because I am a certified project management professional, right? And I teach I prepare people for the exam to sit for the PMP exam. So the spring cohort, we just ended the winter cohort in November. Yeah, a little bit before Thanksgiving. So the spring session starts in February. So if that's something that you're interested in, check that out because we have that starting. And then for those solopreneurs who want to be consistent and want to show up and do things, but yet you want that community because you need that support and have people who understand where it is that you're coming from, then check out the Solopreneur SOS, which is also can also be found on my website, sparkinguniversity.com. And then lastly, just for those people who want to take action, want to level up and achieve goals, whether it be personal, academic, or professional, whatever that is. I have Get Up, Shake, and Move. And Get Up, Shake, and Move is for us. It's for the shakers and the movers, right? And once again, it's just a community of people who want to put their best foot forward, right? And individuals who are tired of being in this situation or wherever it is, and they want more, right? And they want to put in the work, and they want to see progress being made. So that is free, and that is just a community. It's a hub. I have resources on there, things that will help you get things done and be your best self. And basically, that is just a community, and we celebrate your wins and how big or small they may be. And we just encourage each other to keep pushing forward. Okay. So those are some things I've been working on. The book that I told you that's coming out, I'm working on a book for project management for a review book. It's going to be a crossword puzzle book. So crossword word finds on project management terms and stuff like that. So I've been busy. Just haven't been on camera, but I've been putting in that work, right? So let me know what you have been doing, okay? Doing since the last time that we've met, because you are important to me, and I would like to know where you are so that way I can celebrate you as well, right? So hopefully you enjoyed tonight's chat, right? Our chat tonight. And if you are interested in learning more about any of those programs that I mentioned, or if you just want to know who I am, right? Like, who is this Javon? Who is she talking to? Why does she feel like she can tell us these things? Check me out on my website, sparkinguniversity.com. And I want you to continue to choose today to start living your life boldly, passionately, and purposefully. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Good night.